Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new rest on.
Imagine a land where the sharpest teeth choose stillness, where the king of the wild lowers his head not to conquer but to cradle. We often see the savanna as a test of survival, a place where weakness is erased and strength alone writes the story. But sometimes, nature surprises us with a scene so gentle, so impossible, it makes you question everything. This is no fable. This is the true story of a blind baby elephant, lost, alone, barely breathing, and at its side, not danger, not death, but a guardian. A lone male lion whose role should have been predator, not protector. And yet, there he was, not hunting, but holding, not roaring, but resting beside the most fragile of creatures. It's a story that shatters all logic, revealing something deeper buried within the pulse of the wild. A love not born of bloodline or biology, but of choice, of instinct turned inside out. It makes you wonder if perhaps compassion is older than we thought, older than fear, older than dominance, even in the harshest corners of this world. Stay with us as we follow this quiet miracle and ask, what could ever explain such defiance of nature? The sun burned overhead, a gold canvas stretching across the sky. It was a patrol like any other, the air thick with heat, the engine humming through the stillness, until Ranger Tabo noticed a strange shape. Still, unmoving, silent, a ripple in the rules of the wild that would change everything forever. He had lived long enough to know how the land breathed. He had seen lions run with blood-soaked jaws and elephants mourn their dead with silent stillness. In this magnificent, merciless world, nothing shocked him anymore. He'd witnessed it all, migrations like moving oceans, births under moonlight, and deaths no less beautiful for their brutality. Beside him sat Anna, still young, still new. Her journal was full of notes, not just from her eyes, but from her heart. She cared deeply, fiercely. Every paw print in the dust, every rustle in the grass mattered to her. Their Land Rover rumbled across the scorched earth, the lullaby of tires on dust playing softly against a vast, breathless silence. Then something flickered. Tabo squinted. "Hold on," he said, slowing. Anna leaned in, her brow furrowed. In the distance, not a zebra, not wildebeest, but something else. A shadow beneath acacias. A figure alone, too still. As they crept closer, the landscape shifted. A lion, massive, watchful, and beside him, impossibly small, a baby elephant, trembling, blind. Anna gasped. Tabo braked hard. It wasn't fleeing, it wasn't hurt, it was protected. The lion lay beside the calf like a sentinel. The baby nuzzled him, not out of fear, but trust. Science scrambled. How? Why? Some said blindness made the calf non-threatening. Others saw age, trauma, or solitude in the lion. Maybe instincts were rerouted. Maybe something deeper had taken hold. The ancient whisper of empathy. Theories multiplied, but the footage said more than data could. What they saw wasn't strategy, it was tenderness, and it changed everything. Lions who walk alone often drift outside the bounds of instinct. Unmoored from the pride, they move differently, their choices less predictable, their behaviors shaped by solitude, age, or past wounds. Scientists theorized that this particular male had experienced a physiological shift, hormonal perhaps, or emotional, one that dulled the predator within and awakened something deeper: protection. The elephant calf, blind and helpless, posed no threat. Its cries, stripped of vision and context, may have touched a place the lion had long buried. Not dominance, not hunger, but an old, forgotten ache, the need to respond to suffering not with teeth, but with presence. Further tracking revealed more. The lion was older, slower, maybe injured in past battles, maybe abandoned. But something in his history collided with this calf's helplessness, and together, they built something neither could do alone. This wasn't randomness, this was a choice. And the more they watched, the more impossible it was to deny. Something ancient pulsed between them, a bridge that bypassed logic, a language beyond biology. As images of Zazu and the lion spread, the world paused. Scientists debated, but hearts responded first. People saw not just two animals, but a symbol of hope, of healing. For Tabo, hardened by years of tragedy, it was a soft reminder that goodness, raw and unexplainable, still blooms even where the wild roars loudest. He'd seen enough cruelty to forget, but this helped him remember. He didn't raise banners or shout speeches, but everywhere he went, Tabo carried the story of Zazu like something sacred. He spoke with quiet conviction, repeating again and again how a lion, a predator, chose to protect. It wasn't just nature behaving strangely. It was nature revealing something we forgot: kindness. Ranger Anna, no longer stunned, turned purpose into action. She made Zazu's story her mission, in schools, in villages, wherever she could. It's not magic, she told children, eyes wide with wonder. It's a message, one that says compassion belongs to no species, no boundary. She led workshops beneath trees, on chalkboards, through stories passed down under starlight. And people listened. Slowly, fear turned into understanding. Lions weren't just hunters now, they were also capable of gentleness. The story went global. Donations surged. New ranger teams were formed. Wildlife rehab centers expanded. One miracle sparked a movement, a reminder that one act of empathy could ripple through an entire ecosystem. This wasn't just about animals, it was a mirror, a reflection of who we are, who we could be. It asked us to care deeper, reach wider, listen longer. Because empathy isn't human, it's universal. And stories like Zazu's don't fade, they echo. So, when this chapter ends, the question is yours. Will you carry it forward? Will you be the next quiet advocate? It reminds us that even in the fiercest landscapes, where tooth and claw once ruled without question, compassion can take root in the most unimaginable ways. This is not just a curious moment between predator and prey. It is a quiet revolution, a testament to the wild, untamed empathy that still pulses beneath the surface of the natural world. It challenges us to see beyond species, beyond survival, and into the deeper currents that link all life. Through simple acts of care, we discover a path toward healing, not only for animals, but for ourselves. When we foster understanding, when we choose compassion, the divisions between us begin to fade. This story offers that hope. It is a whisper, steady, enduring, that even in chaos, love can still bloom. It teaches us that nature, with all its storms and silence, has wisdom we have only just begun to hear. Zazu's journey from a blind, trembling calf to a symbol of grace and survival became a guiding light. His bond with the lion moved people not just to wonder, but to action. Scientists observed, communities rallied. A sanctuary welcomed him with open arms, giving him space to grow, to find family again. If this story reached you, let it live through you. Share it, carry it, act on it. Because stories like Zazu's remind us, the wild does not only break, it heals. And within it, the best of us still survives.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new rest on. forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new rest on.
Call back for 86 negative K, nothing further, just city Caribbean. Call back for 86 negative K, nothing further, just city Caribbean.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new rest on.